Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Place Like Home, a podcast by yours truly, Curtis Bryant, where I speak about life, lessons, love, spirituality, friends, family, and everything in between. In this episode, I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about what it means to hold space for your future. And this conversation was actually inspired by a conversation I was having with CHATGPT. Now, I would just want to start by saying I am really not a meta kind of guy, right? I love the present. I try not to get too ahead of myself, but I also recognize that the world is changing, technology is changing, and as an artist, as a creator, I will have to engage with the way in which the world is moving ahead, right? So shout out to my friend Chastity, who has been really helpful in helping me find a way to use ChatGPT that works best for me. So with that being said, I've been using ChatGPT as a place to kind of just throw my ideas and feelings to the wall, right? I throw my feelings out there and I see what comes back, right? What do they say? Eat the meat, spit out the bone. And so that's what I've been doing. And so this morning I was talking to ChatGPT about how difficult it can be sometimes to decide to grow, decide to change, right? Like, I recognize that this is why people don't change or grow, because it is really hard. It is really hard to leave things behind, to try new boundaries, to act on new boundaries, to actually remember who you were before, remember what you used to do before, and then do the complete opposite. That is a lot of hard work. Now, I don't regret it one bit, but again, I am not naive to the fact that that is not going to be everyone's thing. Everyone is going to be, and thank God that we all have our own journeys, right? And so I just pray that everyone finds their way to themselves. And I feel like I've definitely found my way to myself. So I was talking to ChatGPT about that, right? Growing, evolving is tough. Like most days I'm like, what is going on? I get why people don't change, right? I get why people don't want to grow. And ChatGPT responded with, it sounds like you're just holding space for your future self. And I was like, oh. So what I'm doing right now has nothing to do with this version of me. Like, it does, but it doesn't, right? Like, obviously it has something to do with this version of me because it helps me move forward and get to the next level and all that great stuff. But what I am doing now, all of this hard work that I'm doing now, right? Showing up for my body, showing up for my mind, showing up for my spirit, this is preparing a space for my future self to exist. And that is really exciting. That is really beautiful to me, because I do hope that all of this hard work is not in vain. I do hope that everything that I am trying, everything that I am cultivating, everything that I'm adjusting and shifting is preparing space for my future self to exist. Right? Because think about it this way. When you're a kid, you have dreams of what you're going to be when you grow up. And you don't know that how you dress, who you hang out with, the shows you watch, the music you're drawn to, all of these things have gotten you to where you are right now, right? Like me growing up loving Michael Jackson, love Janet Jackson, love being a pop star, singing, dancing, always loving art, going to after school art programs. All of that stuff as a kid who had no autonomy, who listened to their parents, who did what their parents said, now is a full-time artist and entrepreneur. What are we talking about? At 5 years old, at 6 years old, I was making space, I was holding space for this version of me right now at 36. So at 36, all of this work that I'm doing right now is holding space for the version of me that will be 50 and that will be 90, right? And so, wow. So I just want to encourage you, if you made it this far in the episode, that you are doing a great job. That the work that you're doing right now is not in vain. And I know, some days you don't want to do it. Some days you want to give up. Some days you don't want to be mature. Some days you don't want to have boundaries. Some days you want to indulge. But I promise you, if you keep on the right path, you will continue to dig a space in the future for your future self that will be very happy. And I also want to say, yeah, you're going to fall short, right? You may mess up. You will mess up. You might go back, but there's always room for you to keep going forward, right? I want you to know that have grace for yourself. Understand that you've never been this version of yourself before. And so, of course, you don't know what you're doing. It's like a baby, when we're kids, when we're learning to walk. We didn't know our legs could do that. We didn't know we could walk. And then to find out, we can also run. Wait. But then you run and sometimes you fell as a kid and you'd be like, oh my God, I didn't know running came with falling. But it never stopped you from running. And so, again, I encourage you to run. As I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing this girl with who I'm assuming is her dad, and she is just jumping rope and she is joyful. And who knows what their relationship, who knows what her being able to jump rope in the street today, what kind of space that's going to hold for her future self. You know what I mean? So go jump rope, go work out, go eat some healthy food, go set some boundaries, go love a little harder than you did yesterday. Be kinder to your body, clean up your space, do the things you love, because you are holding space for who you're going to be. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you in my next diary entry later.